In the cold and unforgiving realm of Jotunheim, where giants tread and the earth itself cowers in frost, a boy unlike any other was born. His name was Loki. In this harsh landscape where the very air seems to bite at your skin, the giantess Farbauti gave birth to a child of remarkable providence. Loki, though born of a giantess, was not purely a giant himself. In him, there was a spark of something different, something that set him apart from his kin. Early on, it was clear that Loki was not like the other giants. His mind was sharp, his wit was quick, and he had a knack for bending the world to his will. While the giants relied on brute strength, Loki relied on his cunning. It was this cunning that caught the eye of Odin, the all-father of the gods, who brought Loki into Asgard, the realm of the gods. And so the young Loki, born of ice and fire, left the icy realm of Jotunheim for the shining halls of Asgard. Within the golden walls of Asgard, the mischievous Loki found a new home. Here, amidst the mighty Aesir gods, Odin the All-Father embraced Loki as a blood brother, a bond not lightly made nor easily broken. This adoption brought Loki into the divine family, a frost giant standing shoulder to shoulder with the gods. The gods of Asgard, each a paragon of strength, wisdom, or valor, found in Loki a unique companion. His wit, charm, and knack for mischief brought laughter to the solemn halls of Valhalla, and his cunning mind often provided solutions to the most intricate problems. Yet, Loki was not all jest and joviality. He was a father and a husband too. His wife, Sigyn, stood by him through all his antics, and their children inherited their father's complexity, a blend of the divine, the monstrous, and the unpredictable. The stories of Loki's cunning are as numerous as the stars in the night sky. One such tale speaks of the construction of Asgard's mighty walls. Loki, in a crafty gamble, bet a giant that he could not complete the walls in a single winter. The giant, aided by his powerful stallion, was winning the bet until Loki, in the guise of a mare, led the stallion away. The walls remained unfinished and Asgard was saved from paying the giant's hefty price. Another tale tells of how Loki, in a fit of mischief, sheared off all of Sif's golden hair. To right his wrong, Loki commissioned the dwarves to create new hair for Sif, made of pure gold. In the process they also forged Mjölnir, the legendary hammer of Thor, thus turning a prank into a boon for the gods. But as the laughter faded, the shadows grew longer. The trickster's games were about to take a dark turn. The laughter of the gods turned to silence as Loki's tricks crossed the line. The joviality that once surrounded Loki's pranks began to fade, replaced by a chilling dread. The line between harmless trickery and malicious intent blurred, as the trickster god set in motion a chain of events that would forever change the dynamics of Asgard. Loki's involvement in the death of Balder, the beloved son of Odin and Frigg, marked a turning point in his tale. Balder, the god of light and purity, was loved by all, but Loki's jealousy and spite led him to orchestrate a deadly game. Loki, using mistletoe, the one thing Balder was vulnerable to, tricked the blind god Hoder into throwing it at Balder, resulting in his death. This act of treachery sent shockwaves through Asgard. The gods, filled with grief and rage, sought out Loki, who fled and hid. But Loki's cunning could not save him from the wrath of the gods. After a relentless pursuit, he was captured and brought before the gods for judgment. The punishment for Loki was severe and cruel. Bound in chains made from the entrails of his own son, he was left to suffer beneath a venomous serpent. The venom would drip onto Loki's face, causing unbearable pain. His faithful wife Sigyn would catch the venom in a bowl, but whenever she had to empty it, the venom would strike Loki, causing the earth to quake. This was no longer the Loki of old, the trickster who brought laughter and chaos. This was the antagonist, the architect of misery, the one who had brought death into Asgard. With his laughter silenced, Loki was left to endure his torment in isolation. But even as he writhed in agony, the prophecy of Ragnarok loomed ominously. Bound and tormented, Loki's laughter was silenced, but the prophecy of Ragnarok whispered of his return. His story was far from over. The downfall of the gods was yet to come, and at the heart of it all would be Loki, the trickster turned antagonist, waiting for his moment of revenge. From the depths of his punishment, Loki broke free, his heart set on revenge. The prophecy had spoken of his role in Ragnarok, the end of the world, and Loki embraced it with a chilling acceptance. No longer the trickster, he had become the harbinger of destruction. Rising from the shadows, Loki rallied his monstrous children. There was Jormungandr, the world serpent, whose body could encircle the earth. Fenrir, the wolf, whose jaws could swallow the sun and the moon. And Hel, half dead, half living, the ruler of the underworld. Alongside them, an army of giants, their roars shaking the very foundation of Asgard. As Ragnarok descended, Loki led the charge against the gods, his eyes burning with a fierce determination. The world was engulfed in chaos, the sky split open, and the earth shuddered under the weight of the final battle. Among the turmoil, Loki found his old adversary, Heimdall, the vigilant guardian of Asgard. Their confrontation was as fierce as the storm around them. Each blow, a clash of titans, echoed through the cosmos. But as the prophecy had foretold, neither would survive the encounter. Their mutual demise signaled the end of their relevance in the Norse myths. In the end, it was Loki, the trickster, the antagonist, who led the march against the old world, paving the way for a new dawn. From his icy birth in Jotunheim to his fiery end at Ragnarok, Loki's life was a saga of cunning, mischief, and revenge. His existence, a delicate balance between assistance and obstruction, painted a nuanced picture of this ambiguous character. Loki, with his charismatic charm and nefarious plots, played a pivotal role in Norse mythology, often instigating the very chaos he later resolved. And so, the tale of Loki, the trickster god of Norse mythology, remains a complex tapestry woven with threads of mischief, betrayal, and redemption.